Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Grace and peace from God the Father through our Lord Jesus Christ. Today's wisdom will be coming from out of the Gospel of Mark. Mark chapter number 10, verse 43. Out of the NIV it reads, "Not so with you. Instead, whosoever wants to become great among you must be your servant." Today I want to talk about how a real servant act, servant act. Of course, these two disciples, of course, James and John, they came to Jesus with a request. They had a desire for position. They wanted to be on the left and on the right. They literally wanted to be leaders. And of course, Jesus refused their request because the position they was seeking was already prepared by the Father for someone else. Of course, after the request, the disciples, the 10 disciples, they were in indignation against these two, not because of the fact that Jesus had already for the third time told them he was getting ready to go to Calvary cross and he was going to be crucified, and on the third day he was going to arise. But they were upset because they felt that these disciples got there before them and beat them out of position. People of God, when people are looking for position and when people are looking for leadership, for preeminence or being close in proximity with other people, they're looking at it in the wrong way. We've seen for the last 4 years how people can be in leadership and how they can abuse their authority. And of course, when ungodly people are in authority, our people are mourning. And I believe this year truly is a year of expectancy, but I believe it starts all in leadership. And so it was here in Mark, Jesus taught on how a real leader should act. In verse number 42, Jesus called a disciple and said, whoever rule over Gentile, they exercise lordship over them. And he says, great ones exercise authority over them. But he says, this can't be among you. He said, those who are great ought to be a servant, and whosoever is chief, let them become your minister. Even so the Son of Man. When Jesus came, he's saying he came not to be ministered to. He didn't came for you to serve him, but he came to serve and to sacrifice his life for others. And that's what leadership does. He served, he sacrificed. Tonight, please come join us as we deal with it in our Bible class and in our table talk, how real leaders act. We're going to discuss real servant, make themselves available. Real servant, pay attention to the needs of others. Real servant, do their duty and their task with equal dedication. Real servant, they are faithful. And finally, we're going to talk about a real servant. They keep themselves lowly. They are humble. So please join us tonight for our table talk, a Bible class on Facebook Live and on our Zoom video conference and Zoom teleconference. We'll start at 7:15 p.m. May God bless you real good. May he smile upon you, be gracious unto you, and give you peace. That's my prayer for you and your family today. I'm expecting great things.